Buongiorno tutti. How is everybody doing? I'm doing well. I'm standing outside, or a little above, the Fountain of Shame in the Piazza Tretoria. So there's a great big fountain behind me that I learned out a little bit more about today. And in fact, a couple of you have mentioned that this fountain is actually called the Fountain of Shame because in front of me is a what used to be a nunnery or a convent, and when they moved in, they looked out and they saw a whole bunch of nudity, in particular male nudity. And over the years, I guess they got rid of, they kind of castrated a lot of the little characters out there. So it's still facetiously called the Fountain of Shame. And the reason why I bring this up is this is actually the first spot I took a video when I got here over 2 weeks ago now, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so today was my street food tour. What I didn't realize when I signed up for it was not only was it a street food tour, but it was also a walking tour. And so we went into a couple of churches, a couple that I been meaning to check out, another couple that I didn't know existed, but I mean, that's kind of Palermo, right? There's over 200 churches in this place. It's ridiculous, and they're all like ridiculously gorgeous. And so yeah, I've got a couple of pictures of that, and I got to learn the city from the perspective of a local, which is kind of interesting because no matter how much I read about this place, no matter how much people tell me about it, somebody else has another story. In particular, we focused on the street food and how that evolved, as well as your standard history of all the cultures coming together in Palermo, which is really what it's all about. And then we ate. And of course, what I really wanted to get out of this experience was finding where the good street food is. Turns out I wasn't too far off. But we went back to the market, and it was kind of funny because I kind of played along and pretended I hadn't been to that market, and but I did manage to go to some spot I didn't think to check out in the market, so worked out for everyone. The first thing that we had was an Arancini. Anyway, they're these deep fried orange balls, right? Arancia, orange. The two typical ones are carne, which means meat, and burro, which actually means butter. And I avoided that because I thought about this big, this big round ball of deep fried batter with rice in it and then butter, and that didn't sound good. But as it turns out, butter is actually ham and cheese. Still not that super appealing, but I got the carne, Arancini di carne, and it was great, and it was much better than the one that I tried before. So he found like a really, really good spot. The next one, of course, was the pennelle, which is I got a chance to make some during my cooking class, which was pretty awesome. And this time we tried the street food version, which was a lot greasier, a lot saltier, and slightly different taste. I don't know which I prefer, to be quite honest. The one in the cooking class was had a little bit of fennel and lemon, which added a nice taste, but this one was salty, and it was really good. Couldn't eat too much of it, but there were 3 of us on the tour, which was kind of neat. So person from England, Manchester, England, and a Latvian lady, which was kind of neat to see everybody's perspective. And it turns out we're all doing remote work. So the next thing that we ate was and I'm going to try, I wrote it down because I'm going to try to pronounce it because I still can't, but it's pani camusa. And basically what it is it's a spleen sandwich. And it sounds awful. And the first bite you take never having tried this thing, it kind of is. So it's meaty tasting with the texture of a mushroom. And it was the first bite was weird, but it was on this big fresh bread. And once you kind of like get past it, it's actually quite nice. It's very savory, very salty. And the traditional Palermo style is to boil the spleens and then fry it in lard. So that's where it gets all its taste and everything. So, and then of course we wandered, we checked out more churches, walked off a little bit of all the food that we ate, and then we had espresso and cannolis, which is really nice. Most of you who know me know I'm not really a big fan of the cheese, but I'm going to try it out just to see. Traditional cannoli, just a Sicilian cannoli is supposed to be the best in the world, and traditional cannoli has ricotta cheese. And I tried some, and there's a video of it. It's good. I don't know that I'd choose it every time, but I had a choice of pistachio this time. So even though I wanted to try something a little bit more authentic, I had to go with the pistachio, and it was awesome. I'm very, very happy with my choice. But it was a good social day for me. I got to meet new people, walked around, learned some more. We did a good tour of the city, and we saw a few places that I hadn't thought to look at. In fact, 2 of the churches I'm going to go back to tomorrow when I have a little bit more time to sit and, take some photos and all that. But, yeah, it was really cool. So, the introvert in me, quite proud that I went out and was social. My belly was very happy with the results. It was good. And yeah, I got to see a little bit more of the city and learned a little bit more of the history. Which was very interesting. And of course, once I get home and have a little bit more time, I'm probably going to be writing some of this stuff down as opposed to just blurting it into one of these videos as much as I can. But yeah, if you get a chance to visit Palermo, yeah, you gotta try it. So I'm still going to be here till the 11th. So still got this week and most of next week. So still lots of things to do. I still haven't been to the cathedral. I'm going to do that like soon because I really want to go there. And of course, on the weekend, bought my tickets. I'm heading out of town. But you'll see that video on the weekend. Anyway, I hope everyone at home is doing well. Miss you all. And I will talk to you a domani. Ciao. Hey guys. How's it going? How you doing?